I just had a really disturbing experience couponing at CVS. Um, I had planned out this really nice shopping trip. It wasn't the best shopping trip, but I was going to save about 62% off of what I was going to buy and make a video to explain to you guys how to coupon. But as I was driving, I started adding up some of the bills and things I needed, and I decided to forego that shopping trip and just get what I absolutely needed. But I still had some coupons, so I was going to piece together, some savings. So what happened was I did my first transaction, and what happens when you do couponing is you need to purchase a certain amount of an item to qualify for money back. And one of the things, because I had changed it, I didn't get all the money back that I wanted to. So I decided to purchase more towards that promotion so that I could get the money back. So I ended up doing 3 transactions when I was only going to do 2 transactions. So my first transaction, I did, here's my receipt for it. As you can see, it shows you how much I saved, and it shows you like the time and the date. So I bought toilet paper, and I bought some shampoo, and I bought some dishwashing liquid, and I used some coupons. And then the second transaction, I went back and I got some more. I got some laundry detergent so I could qualify to get some more money back, because I had coupons that you could not use for things that were on sale. So I needed to get some ibuprofen and some strips for my wound, and I needed to get my medication that they gave me for painkillers. So here's my third receipt. So I went and I bought these things. So because it was so confusing with the first 2 transactions, and I had to go pick up my medication, I told the clerk, I'm going to purchase the rest of these items when I go to go get my medication. Just because she had an attitude from the beginning. Like I said in my first video, which I haven't actually published, but people don't really like couponers because it takes more time, and because I wasn't because I changed my mind at the last minute, my couponing was a little off, but I wasn't doing anything wrong. You're allowed to make as many transactions as you want. I just did 3 different transactions. And so I told her I'm going in the back to the pharmacy and I'm going to pay for the rest of my stuff, because it was just easier that way, because she had an attitude and I didn't want to deal with her anymore. So I went to the back, and as you can see, I purchased everything on there, and you can see the total savings was there it goes, 55%. So I saved 55% off. I got my tampons. I got these things for almost for free, because I used my coupons. And so when I got to the pharmacy and I did my last transaction, the pharmacist, the female pharmacist that was back there, she was like, "Oh my God, you saved so much money." And so for like 2-3 minutes, we sat and we talked about couponing, and we talked about, I showed her my plan. I said I kind of went rogue today and I didn't go by the plan, but this is how I plan out my trips. And she was just really impressed, and I had a very, very nice conversation with her. And the other pharmacist was really nice. The guy who filled my prescription, he was super nice, and he helped me find the wound care bandages that I needed. And so they knew that I had paid for all my purchases, and she saw me pay for my first 2 purchases, and I had receipts for everything. I let her know, the first cashier that was rude to me, I let her know that, I'm so sorry that I'm not more chipper, but I just had surgery and I was in a lot of pain, and I just wanted to, get my medication and go lay down. And she was very nice to me as far as that goes, but you could tell there was passive aggressive tendency right there. And as I'm leaving, she said, "Ma'am, I saw that you had Tampax and you didn't pay for it. I didn't see you pay for it." And she made me, in front of the store, pull out all my receipts, and I had to go back to my car to get some of the receipts. And I was digging through the bags to get all my receipts. I showed her all the receipts. I showed her that I had paid for everything. And she goes, "Oh, well, you're good, honey. You're good." I said, "No, it's not okay. It's not okay for." I told her, "Why would you accuse me of stealing? And you saw me make all the purchases. Your other employee saw me make the other purchases. I just talked to the people in the back at the pharmacy." And so everybody knew that I had paid for everything. I had just spent $60-something in that store. And yes, I did save money, but, it was very clear that I had paid for it. And so I came back in after I put my stuff in my car. And I said, "I need to speak with your manager." And she started getting upset. She was like, "He's in the back." I said, "Well, who am I looking for? Could you please point him out? He's the big guy in the shirt." So I go into the back of the store, and now, mind you, I just had surgery 2 days ago, so I can barely walk. I'm in a lot of pain. And I go in the back, and the manager, I know this guy. He actually used to be my manager at my first job. I've known this guy since I was 13 years old, and I'm 36. So he's known me majority of my life. He was my manager at my very first job, and I worked for that company for like 5 or 6 years. So he knows me very well. And I went to him and I said, his name, I'm not going to say his name, but I said, hey, guy, I was just accused of stealing at your store. And I come here and you know me and I would never steal. And I had all my receipts. I talked to your pharmacist back there. So everybody saw that I had paid for everything that I purchased. And so we talked about our personal lives. And he goes, oh, I've never had a problem with her. This is the first complaint I've ever gotten with her. She's been here for years. And I literally am so upset that I got accused of trying to steal tampons from CVS. And I paid for everything that I bought. And I don't know, I'm so livid and I'm so angry that I would be treated like that, and the rudeness of her. And she was like, well, we just need to follow procedures. Well, shouldn't your procedure be to go ask the pharmacy, which I already told her I was going to go pay for my last purchase at the pharmacy, and see if I had paid? She waited until I got to my car to ask me if I stole something, and made me, in front of the parking lot full of people, show all my receipts. It was so rude, and I just had to tell you guys, be careful if you're shopping while black.